Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. I am War Machine MJ.
And I'm Dicky.
Yeah, we're here today to talk about the network stuff. This stuff was aired before Takeover Blackpool. We just watched Blackpool, so
Yeah.
that lets you know the time frame.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and start the show off with 205 Live. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 205 Live is it's a short show these days.
Mm-hmm.
Promo here, promo there, match there. We're done.
Yeah.
So we started the show off with Noam Dar taking on Tony Nese.
Yeah, these two had a match a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they have a match a few weeks ago? Because wasn't it where Buddy Murphy cost Noam Dar the match?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was either him versus Murphy and Nese caused the victory, or it was him versus Nese and Murphy caused the victory.
Yeah, somewhere to that effect. And Noam Dar has basically not forgotten what happened, and so this was a pretty interesting match to kick off the show.
Oh yeah. I will say this about Tony Nese: he's great and all, but they wasted him.
You think so?
Yeah, because they could have built him up as basically the guy to potentially dethrone Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, basically like, oh, we're best friends, but you know I'm coming for your belt type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this was a really good match. Both these guys can do no wrong in that ring. Towards the finish, Tony Nese hit a big move. Noam Dar was out for a while.
Uh-huh.
And Tony Nese then started eyeing the corner. You know, dragging Noam Dar, going to hit the running Nese, but Noam Dar rolled him up for the victory.
Yeah, and Tony Nese was not pretty happy about that. So we moved on to a backstage segment involving General Manager, I was going to say Drake Maverick.
Well, you're close, because James Drake.
And the Canellises. Basically,
well, no, like, it started out with Gulak and Gallagher.
Uh-huh.
Because Maverick said he was going to bring in some new faces, and Gallagher and Gulak compiled a list of potential names, you know, some Brits that Maverick and Gallagher can trust, and some guys that Drew Gulak wouldn't leave the ring, wouldn't leave the floor even if it was lava.
Yeah.
So they handed him a couple of binders. Drake Maverick was like, "Thanks, guys. Go on, go do your job."
Yeah.
They spiked him down because he didn't want anybody else telling him how to do his job.
Yeah. Then walked Mike and his wife, Maria. The Canellises were basically not happy because guess what? They're not being used.
Gee, I wonder why.
I saw something where it said that Mike Kanellis is the worst signing in WWE because it's like he had all this hype, but then they didn't use him. I mean, being he had personal stuff going on. But then it's just like, yeah, he's kind of there.
No, I'd say the worst signing would have to be Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. There was no point in really bringing him back.
No.
But anyway, basically they just dressed down Drake Maverick and said, look, for the last 5 weeks, I haven't been used. Me and my wife, well, Maria basically said we've had to travel, we've had to be away from our daughter, and basically you've had us do nothing. And Drake was just like, well, I don't have time for y'all. And Mike was like, you don't have time for me? Are you serious? But you got me on your brand and you don't have time for me. Mm-hmm. Wow. And then he mentioned, of course, the new faces that are coming on the brand. And Maria was like, I think she said something like,
we're going to break your shiny new toys.
Yeah. That's basically the line on these shows. Calling everybody new, shiny new toys.
Because, I mean, got Cassius Ohno, who's playing disgruntled player coach down in NXT. Got Joseph Connors, who's sick of shiny new toys. And
yeah, that's basic. Listen, everybody new that gets called up or called down or whatever the case may be, we're going to start calling them shiny new toys because that is the motto for everybody new.
And every brand's got to have a gatekeeper of sorts.
Yeah. Anyway, we move on to the main event. It was Cedric Alexander versus Hideo Itami. The winner would get the last spot in the Fatal 4-Way at the Royal Rumble for the Cruiserweight Championship.
This was a really good match.
It really was. It had a lot of time. I mean, being it was kind of a short show, but these two really went out there and tore it up.
Yeah, especially that Falcon arrow that Hideo Itami hit off the apron.
Like I keep saying, that shit looked botchy as fuck.
Only thing I say is botchy was just Cedric's landing.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like his leg hit the apron. Good thing he didn't tear his knee up or something like that. But
Yeah.
to me, it just looked botchy. But like we said, this match was just downright fantastic.
Oh, it was.
Okay.
Hideo Itami got the victory with how'd he get the victory again?
He got, well, there were some shenanigans from Arya Daivari
Yeah, I remember that.
during the match. I forgot the ending, but I know Hideo got the win also. So he's going on to the Royal Rumble in Phoenix.
Which I kind of saw that coming because you look at it before this match and it was pretty face heavy.
Yeah,
I mean, you had Kalisto and then you had
Akira Tozawa.
Akira Tozawa.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because you have face heel, face heel.
Yeah.
And so it'll be Buddy Murphy, Kalisto, Hideo Itami, and Akira Tozawa. Also, before we move on, there was a promo between Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, where he was reading a note from Tozawa.
Yeah, saying that he was going to do everything in his power to make sure he wins the Cruiserweight Championship.
Signed Akira Tozawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just continued on like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, we move on to NXT, where we start the show off with Johnny Badass.
Yes, Johnny Badass kicked off the show. He came out to a rousing ovation and said that there are two things in NXT that matter: championships and wins. And basically he mentioned how Tommaso Ciampa basically made a match of some sorts between him and Ricochet, and Ricochet came for Johnny Gargano. Out comes the suave, flamboyant, well-dressed one himself, the one and only Ricochet.
Yeah, man, looking like he just walked straight out of a soup commercial. I don't know where I was going with this.
Looked like he just came from a business meeting.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, he basically came out there and said, Johnny, all you gotta do is ask if you want a title match.
Yeah, he said, he said, let me tell you something, homeboy. You think you're going to take this title off of me? Well, here's your opportunity. Are you going to take it from me face-to-face, man-to-man? Or are you going to take it from me like you did in the parking lot when you attacked me? Oh, shots fired, shots fired.
Gunshots. Anyway,
Pow, pow.
next came out the god of professional wrestling, Tommaso Ciampa.
Or as he calls himself, also the greatest sports entertainer of all time.
Tommaso Ciampa's great.
He can do no wrong.
Anyway, he basically said, go for it, Johnny boy. You got my vote of confidence. Blah, blah, blah. I forgot the gist of what he said, but it was basically he was feeding the flames.
Yeah, and Johnny just looked at him like, why are you here?
Why are you here?
Yeah, this is between me and Ricochet. Go away. Lights went off. Aleister Black appeared on the screen. He appeared on the Titantron. He said, basically, I'm going to beat your ass at Phoenix, at TakeOver Phoenix, and you are going to fade to black.
Lights come back up, and Aleister Black is menacingly behind Tommaso Ciampa and begins to chase him off.
Yeah.
Then we come back to the ring, and Johnny Boy just goes, whatever, and super kicks Ricochet.
Yeah. I pretty much saw that coming because it's just like they're going to end up setting that match up for TakeOver Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Johnny just basically walked off.
Yeah, and Johnny Boy likes being a cheap shot artist, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up, we had the ending to a good rivalry. It was NXT's Twisted Sister, Nikki Cross, taking on the undefeated Bianca Belair.
Yes, the EST of NXT. She's still on her mission to look strong, heading into NXT TakeOver Phoenix, where she would take on Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. And I tell you what, these two really went at it.
Oh, yeah, there were several callbacks to their earlier matches.
Yeah.
This was a flat-out good match. These two can do no wrong in the ring.
Yes. I mean, Bianca Belair, she's still got some work to do in NXT. Nikki Cross, she's proved herself in NXT. as she's going up, or some say down, to the main roster, depending on how you look at it.
I'm scared for her career.
Me too. Anyway, this match, I mean, from top to bottom, was just fan-fucking-tastic. And Bianca Belair, she ended up getting the victory with the KOD.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, it was made official that NXT takeover Phoenix, the NXT Tag Team Championships, will be on the line as Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly from the Undisputed Era will take on the War Raiders.
Yes. I'm still having to get used to calling them War Raiders instead of War Machine, because that's what they've been called for so long.
I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next up, speaking of tag teams, we had the NXT debut of the European Connection, Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barthel.
You know what? I actually like this match. I forgot the jobber guys' names, but they had a strong little showing against these two. This was, I agree with what Steven Larson said. I thought this was going to be another little 2-minute squash match. This actually turned out to be a pretty damn good tag team match.
Yeah, they gave him a good amount of time.
Yeah.
But, of course, Aichner and Barthel won.
Yeah.
Barthel is a license to print money.
He has improved a lot since we've watched him. For the little that we have watched him, if you will, he's improved a lot, and he's got a bright future. Fabian Aichner, he's okay, but Marcel Barthel, I mean, this dude, sky's the limit for him.
Now, they had a .com exclusive where I forget the interview chick's name, but she was interviewing Aichner and Barthel.
Uh-huh.
And basically Barthel, Aichner was saying, we're the best tag team, we're the hard-hitting, we're dominant, we're this, that, and the other. And out pops Oney Lorcan and Danny Burke.
Yeah.
And basically, Lorcan and Burke challenged him to a match. Barthel just starts spewing off some German.
Yeah.
And, they walk away. And Danny Burch just looks at Lorcan. He's just like, what'd he say? Lorcan just goes, they accept. You speak German? No.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
We had a promo from the Street Profits.
Street Profits.
I kind of like this promo because the camera work was actually well done.
Yeah.
Because apparently they're in season 3 of Street Talk. That's the name of the show?
Yeah, Street Talk.
It was who was it?
Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins.
No, it was Angelo Dawkins who said, 2019 is going to be a better year. We never lost family. He even had that on his headbands.
Yeah.
And he talked about, we're going to be opening doors. And I kind of like what he did where he was pulling on the doors. Oh, it's locked. Pull on another door. Oh, it's locked. Pull on another. Oh, it's open.
Yeah.
We're just going to be having doors open for us. They started listing off tag teams. They even called out the Undisputed Era and said, we're coming for the tag team championships, so watch out.
And speaking of the Undisputed Era, we close off the show with EC3 taking on
Adam Cole, baby!
This was a really good match.
Oh, man. This was a really fun match to watch. EC3 has had his issues with the Undisputed Era, starting with Bobby Fish, going to Adam Cole. These two just went back and forth, just balls to the wall, incredible action.
Oh, yeah. But it was shenanigans from the Undisputed Era that led to Adam Cole getting the victory.
Yep.
With the OG last shot.
Yeah.
And after the match, Undisputed Era was about to wail away on EC3 when out pops War Raiders.
Yeah, the War Raiders came out and cleared house. They stood tall. They are looking to get those NXT Tag Team Championships off the Undisputed Era at Phoenix.
But they're not.
But it should be a good match, though.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, what did you think about that interview with Keith Lee when he challenged Cassius Ohno? He said, show up next week and just bask in my glory. Just the way he talks with these promos, it's almost Shakespearean. Like, it's riveting, but it makes me want to laugh at him because he's just like, indubitably. Yeah, he's like one of those teachers that just talk real proper. You'd be like, dude, speak like how you normally speak outside of these walls.
I mean, okay, you look at him and I know this might be a stereotype, but follow me on this one. He's a big black dude from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You'd expect, some nah means or some, southern draws.
Yeah.
But no, he talks like, he's straight out of a Shakespearean novel.
Yeah. I mean, he talks like he's educated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I get your point. But, yeah, that should be a good match if Cassius accepts.
Anyway, move on to NXT UK pre-Blackpool.
Mm-hmm.
We started the show off with the jobber tag team of Jamie Ahmed and Dan Maloney, who's bland like baloney, taking on Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan.
You know what? Those two are just... Especially Dan Maloney. I talked about him on the podcast. I forgot what I was going to call him. But it's just...
Bland like baloney.
That's what I think I'm going to start calling him. Bland like baloney. Because he is like... We keep reiterating this. Dan Maloney is like...
Default character.
Default create my character on WWE 2K. That's exactly what the fuck he looks like. And then the other two, Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan, I like them. They kind of do too much. But I'm glad they got this win.
Well, mostly Amir Jordan, because, he's all happy and shit and dancing.
Yeah, and Kenny Williams just like, look, I'm here to have fun, but we got business to take care of.
Yeah. Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams celebrate their first tag team win.
Yeah, and they were so happy. They looked like they hit the lottery.
Yeah.
Like Steven Larson said. They looked like they were so happy they hit the lottery.
Next, we had a Gallus promo leading into TakeOver. Well, actually, no, leading into episode 24.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we had a press conference between Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley.
I found that to be kind of weird and wonky.
Yeah.
Because it's like they were in an empty room, and like you heard people talking, but they didn't show nobody.
It's almost like they were piped in.
Yeah. I just found that to be very wonky.
I feel like they were trying to do the New Japan thing, where they hold press conferences. Except for New Japan's press conferences are a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
Yeah, basically it was generic questions for champion and challenger.
Yeah.
Then Rhea Ripley started getting in Tony Storm's face, and they were pulled apart by Sid Scala, who is the least intimidating person on the UK roster.
If you were to ask me between him and Johnny Saint, who's more intimidating, I'd go Johnny Saint. Because he's older, he's been in the business a very long time, and he looks like he can kick your ass. Sid Scala, now, professionally he looks like he can kick your ass, but it's just like...
He looks like the teacher's snitch.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you go to the bathroom and you're doing stuff, if you know what I mean. He looks like he'll go tell the principal.
Yeah.
He looks like he'll peep in the bathroom and watch you do stuff with that person and then go tell on you. Fucking idiot.
Anyway, next up we had Isla Dawn versus Xia Brookside.
I like this match. This was pretty decent.
Oh, this was great.
Isla Dawn, she's looking to climb back into the ranks of the women's division. Xia Brookside, she's got a bright future.
You're not just saying that because she wears like bright colors, are you?
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
Thought for a second.
No, I wouldn't. What I'm saying is she's got a lot of mileage on her for the future. I wasn't trying to be funny as far as her brightness.
She's got a lot of potential.
Right.
Anyway, we come back from commercial, and Isla Dawn has been beaten down by Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. I found that to be also weird because she grabbed her hair and she just looked at her like,
Yeah,
I know she's getting beat down and stuff, but it's just like she wasn't. I felt like she wasn't selling it.
Yeah.
And she looked at her and said, "This is the difference between a witch and a queen," and just threw her down. I was like,
it was weird.
It wasn't properly done.
Speaking of weird, next up we had Damien Weir taking on the Irish Ace, Jordan Devlin.
For those of you who don't know who Damien Weir is, he is no fun done.
No fun nah.
He kills me when he says that.
What kills me even worse is Drake is a part of the No Fun Police. The Gimmick Killer is a part of a gimmick.
That makes no sense.
It's great.
But continue.
Anyway, Take a wild guess at who won.
Jordan Devlin.
Yep.
I mean, it was a squash anyway, but...
Yeah. And he called out Travis Banks.
Yeah.
I forget what happened after that. I think they just stood staring at each other.
Yeah. I think it might have been this or episode 24 where you said, why not, if you want to fight me now, why not wait till Blackpool? We can do it right now.
I think that was, either way.
Yeah, because he took off his shirt and he was like, come on, get in the ring. And Jordan Devlin just walked off.
Yeah. Now, it was this match, because Jordan Devlin was... Oh, it was this episode, because Devlin was competing.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this.
Oh, I was looking at that new faction.
Yeah.
Does it say Lifeblood?
Yeah. Juice Robinson, Mark Haskins, Tenille Dashwood, Tracy Williams, Bandito Jr., and David Finlay.
Oh, that's a cool faction.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, we closed out episode 23 with Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster competing for the final slot in the tag team finals at Takeover Blackpool.
This tag team tournament just basically came out of nowhere, so we have the final spot for the tournament.
And they took on the team of James Drake and, let's do it, Liverpool's #1, soon to be recognized as the UK's #1, soon to be recognized as the world's #1, Zach Gibson.
Yeah,
we still have to figure that out.
Yes.
Because I was about to say tag team divisions #1, and well, spoiler alert, he is tag team divisions #1.
Yeah.
They went on to Blackpool and they won the titles.
Yeah.
But
he's no longer soon to be recognized. He's first ever.
Anyway, but back to this match. This was a really good match.
I like this match. I mean, you would have thought. Well, I did like what Tyler Bates said. Either or, like whoever wins this tournament, they're gonna be in for a fight.
Yeah.
And it would have been cool to see Mark Andrews and Morgan Webster in the finals, but it was clear to see that James Drake and Zach Gibson were gonna be in, and I like this match a lot.
Oh, definitely. This was a really good match.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said before, the grizzled young vets won the match. They went to Blackpool, and well, they won the titles.
Right.
When next up, we kicked off episode 24 with Ligero and Joseph Connors finally having their match.
Yeah, Joseph Connors, like we said, he's looking to
he's looking to break all the NXT UK's shiny new toys.
And that every shiny new toy has a shelf life.
Which is ironic given that El Ligero has spent 10 years in the business.
Yes. So his shelf life has gone on for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, most things have shelf life, but unlike Ligero, he's been trucking along for the last decade plus.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, Ligero got the victory over Joseph Connors.
Yeah, and I was very shocked because I thought Joseph would get the victory, but, it's a good win for Ligero, so I like it.
I can safely say that this is not the end of their beef.
No.
Anyway, next up we move on to Travis Banks taking on Tyson T-Bone.
Yeah, basically, Jordan Devlin came out there in Travis's gear where he pulls off the little mask. Tried to play mind games, but it didn't work because the Kiwi Buzzsaw got the victory over Tyson T-Bone.
Yeah. And then Devlin rushed the ring and he was chased off by Travis Banks.
Yeah.
And we closed out episode 24 with 6-man tag team action.
Oh!
The team of Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey...
Or excuse me, Mike Coffey.
Mike Coffey and Wolfgang Gallus taking on British Strong Style.
Yes. This match was just fucking bananas.
Start to finish, gas on the pedal. Oh my god, this was a killer match.
Yes, I mean, just back and forth action between these two teams. And I'm not going to say I was shocked to see Gallus win, because I had British Strong Style to win, but...
You just weren't expecting it?
Right.
Yeah, I was not expecting Gallus to pick up the victory.
Yeah, because basically, that aside, this whole show was basically promo video, match, match card, match. But getting back to this was really, really great.
Yeah. Gallus won.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is network stuff for this week. I don't know. I didn't know what to do with this.
Yeah, just...
So yeah. Like we said, we just watched Takeover Blackpool, so in a little bit we're going to record our review of Takeover Blackpool.
Yes.
It's a pretty good show.
Yes. Every match was pretty good. I take that back. Every match was fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Especially that main event.
Oh, definitely.
And the ending. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
I mean, I know some of y'all watched it live, but we caught the replay.
But we're not going to...
Yeah. We'll talk about that on the review.
Anyway, that being said, tune in next week for 3 Count. Yeah, for those 2 incredible matches on Raw next week.
I'll be at work, and I hope they come on early, because I don't care.
I mean, I'm going to stick around and watch them, so... They're probably going to make that IC title...
the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I can understand that, but the women's match, I don't care.
Anyway, let's see. Yeah, as far as what we got coming down the pipeline, we've got, of course, review of TakeOver.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of getting ready for review on Wrestle Kingdom 13.
Yes.
I still got to go back and watch Omega Tanahashi.
Yes. Very great match, from what I've seen, because they missed the last few minutes.
We got preview and review of Phoenix Weekend, TakeOver Phoenix and Royal Rumble.
Yes.
From Chase Field. Where it'll rain.
Yeah, hope it rains.
Yeah, and the superstars are going to enter from the dugout.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome. I mean, 40,000 plus, that's a lot, but coming from the dugout, that's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We have a vintage review coming up once we get done of WCW World War III. Again, whoever coordinated those rings to be like that should have been fired on the spot.
Yeah, after we get done with World War III, we're going to do Pro Wrestling Guerrillas Battle of Los Angeles Tourney 2017.
Yep.
I've looked at the match card and it just screams. Well, if they did pay-per-views, it'd be a pay-per-view of the year quality.
Yeah.
But PWG does not do pay-per-views.
Nope.
They do live shows and DVD sales. That's it.
Yeah. And you'll be very lucky to find a full show of PWG.
Yeah.
You can't even find it on their YouTube channel.
They don't... Well, okay, all they have are clip shows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're gonna get your money hand over fist.
Yeah. And PWG, from what I've heard over the years, is pretty damn good.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely some excellent fucking quality product.
Anyway, let's see what else. Anything you want to rant about?
No. Nothing that's important.
Okay. Yeah, stay tuned to this channel. In fact, do us a quick favor. Subscribe to this motherfucking channel so you can get all our new content when it comes out.
Yes. Also follow us on social media at 3Count Mafia, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And you love opinions but hate his ugly face? He has a podcast now.
Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the Castbox app. Check it out. Episode 13 up right now.
I'm so pleased with how I'm promoting that.
Yeah. It's very promotional like.
Yeah.
But good promotion though. I'll give
even if it is a bit hurtful.
Yeah. But good promotion.
With that being said, I am War Machine MJ.
I'm Dicky.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.